Today's reading is all about your inner goddess. I asked the goddesses, the divine goddesses in the heavenly realms, to step forward today and assist me in this reading. And it's going to focus on the divine feminine in every living being. And we often forget the divine feminine holds all of the softer qualities: compassion, love, empathy, patience. And I think today's reading is going to talk about these things. So I want you to focus on the cards below. The first goddess is the goddess Lakshmi. And she says, I turn the tides of my fate with effort and grace. I don't know if that's coming into focus. There we go. Then the goddess Nut. I bend, breathe, I relax. And then Morrigan. With bravery and foresight, I shape my destiny. Now, each of these goddesses picked their own stones. Lakshmi wanted to have the pyrite, which is a beautiful piece. Isn't that gorgeous? Nut wanted the green jasper, I believe this is. Very cleansing stone, very calming, but she picked it for the qualities of the heart: love, compassion, empathy, and it actually matches to your chakra. And finally, Morrigan wanted the crown chakra stone, amethyst, and it actually matched with her card. Isn't that beautiful? So you can choose according to the goddess or to her corresponding stone. I give you a moment. If you are going to need longer, please pause the video here and take your time and allow your intuition to draw you to the goddess and the message that you need. Okay, please pause here and we'll get on with today's first reading, the goddess Lakshmi. Please go to my library for the other two readings and pick your corresponding card. My love to you, Namaste, and without further ado, let's get started. Hello, card number 2, and you chose the goddess Nut. I bend, I breathe, I relax. And she's beautiful, isn't she? And here is the corresponding stone. Let's have a look. The Egyptian goddess of the sky. Nut was born at the beginning of the world and tasked with protecting her brother Geb, the earth. They fell in love, which angered their father. He forced them apart, but every day Nut slowly moves towards the earth, enveloping it in darkness, so she can spend every night with her love, their children, the moon and the stars, illuminating the skies. Isn't that a lovely story? Okay, so there's a ritual that you can do associated with the goddess Nut. Nut, the Egyptian goddess of the sky, symbolizes vastness and serenity. This stretching exercise encourages relaxation and flexibility and captures the essence of Nut's tranquil energy. Stand up straight, then inhale deeply. Bend forward while exhaling. Whisper, I flow with life's rhythm. I embrace calmness. That's a nice little one, isn't it? Do I do it? No. There we go. first thing that came to me when I picked up the card was rigidity. They're showing me a bit of a rigid stick. There's not much give, not much flexibility in life with certain things. And that's okay. It's not a criticism. It's not a criticism at all. However, when we become so rigid in our thinking and in our ways, we really don't leave much room for growth. Sorry, I did it again. I keep knocking my glasses on, on the frame today. Oh, goodness. But we don't really leave much room for growth, do we? Because if you're so rigid in your thinking, your opinions, and your ideas, where can you go in life from there? You just go through life being set in your ways and not really making much in the way of an impact on yourself, apart from a negative one, because the people won't change around you, the scenery doesn't change much around you, and you end up having a very limiting life because you're limiting yourself. So the Goddess Nut comes today and says, why don't you just bend a little? Breathe through it. It's fine. You won't hurt yourself if you breathe through the, like, you know, relaxing your limitations and pushing your boundaries a little more and more until you become more flexible and more accommodating to yourself and to the people around you. And relax. It's okay. You don't need to get help all the time. You don't need to get wound up at people who have just got the same complaint as you. They're relaxed. They're set in their ways. They've got their beliefs. They've got their thought structures, and they're suffering from the same complaint as you. And so what happens? We start bouncing off each other in a really detonal, negative vibratory way, but because we are all set in our ways and in our own negative vibrational states. And the only way to release yourself is to have the inner goddess come forth within you, which is the feminine energies of softness, love, compassion, kindness, and letting your heart chakra open up to provide a more accepting, tolerant, loving version of yourself to come into being. Let's see what the angels have to say. Yes, release. You got to release. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you're experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful, which is true, because we don't want to see ourselves stuck in our ways, stuck in our mindsets, and stuck in our life at a place that, you know, because we can't be stuck. We have to change. We have to change. Life changes. Everything changes. So the angels are saying, start viewing it through a positive lens that better changes, you know, changing for the, it's going to offer you better circumstances. And we go through the cycles of our life, through the seasons of the year. Everything has its change and cycle, and we have to move with it. So by bending and breathing and relaxing, we are allowing that change to happen by not resisting it. If you start being resistant to change, it will keep getting worse and worse and worse. And you will have, like in every new situation, you will have extreme aversion of what you already just went through. And it will keep getting more extreme. And you're going to go, why is it everything feels like it's trying to hit me on the head? And it's because the universe is trying to wake you up to say that behavior, that situation that you keep putting yourself in is not serving you. It's not serving you. Okay, well, you didn't realize it that time round. So here's another situation that's even worse than the last time, and maybe this will wake you up. So the goddess comes to you today and says, don't do this to yourself no more. No. Don't need to, because you can actually relax into it. Start opening up your perspective and your mind and Start viewing it through a more compassionate and loving lens for yourself, and then going where you believe is a better state of being. But don't repeat the behaviors, the patterns, the thoughts, and the things that obviously up until now have not been serving you. It's time to let go of that which does not serve in this reading today. Release all of that pain, that agony, that anger, that hatred, even if I don't even like that word, but it does exist. Hatred, anything that is holding you back negatively and also causing you to repeat in ever more extreme cycles situations that are in your life. But allow for it. Start to relax, to breathe. Bend yourself to a new will of your own making, not other people's. Don't bend to other people's wills. You will bend to your own. That's it. Yeah. Spirit guides. You know, I was saying about it gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse until you actually do something about it. Well, Lady of the Lightning, she is representative of this very thing. And it does come as surprises, sometimes shock, but it's a total paradigm shift. And you, my darlings, and number 2, are going to go through a total paradigm shift in your life, and it's approaching fast. And in order to get through this, you are going to need to bend to the circumstances in order to get through it. But you're going to have to be kind to yourself, loving to yourself, soft, compassionate to yourself, and also start thinking outside of the box that you usually put yourself in. Okay? And relax. Don't need to be stressed in every situation. Stress is the mind killer, you know? Once you go into fight or flight, you start making decisions that you wouldn't normally make. You've got to keep your head about you. You've got to keep your wits about you. You've got to be calm. And you've got to be prepared for change because it's coming. The archangels have said serenity. Yeah. What is calmness? It's being serene. Serenity bestows inner peace, tranquility, and calmness of mind. And you're going to need this. I mean, it's, you know, you're going through a release, a total paradigm shift. Goddess Nut comes today and says, I bend, I breathe, I relax. And if you start doing it in the street and you're like, what are you doing? I just need to bend, breathe, relax. Bend, breathe, relax. But, you know, whatever works, you've got to get through it with your head on your shoulders. Don't pull the rug out from under your own feet. Because too often we do this in panic and in fear and believing that there's lack when there are none of those things. But the panic, the fear brings in the lack, and then the lack is all we see and the lack always is, because then we have a lack of everything. So you've got to keep your wits about you at this time, okay? But yes, you are going to go through a total paradigm shift, but it's in your plan, it's in your destiny. This is what needs to happen for better things to come to you. This is not about punishing you. This is not about you feeling like the world's out to get to me, everybody hates me, I'm being persecuted. If you actually believe those things, then yeah, that's all there'll be, you know? All of a sudden, you feel persecuted. Why? Because you told yourself you're being persecuted. Why do you have to adopt that mindset and that attitude? You don't. You don't have to do any of those things, okay? All you need to do is have your calmness about you, come up with a little plan, just like a couple of things that you need to get done, and do step by step, walk one step at a time through the paradigm shift. Okay? And I know it's going to be a shock or a surprise to you at this time. But it's a release. It's a release from where you are in your life now. You need to let go of it. You need to move on. So it's just the divine plan that's been laid out for you to allow you for that shift to happen, a paradigm shift. And they can rock our world. But when you get to the other side of it, you look back and you go, wow, I felt like this back then, but wow, look where I am now. I'm in a new home. I'm in a new job. I have new friends. I'm different. I'm a totally different person from what I just went through. And I didn't think any of that was going to happen when I first had this happen to me. I was in a state of shock. I was in a state of distress. But actually, I didn't need to be worried because I found my way through, because I am my own compass. I am my own guide. I have the power within me because I'm a divine being. I have the wisdom of eons of information. Why? Because I've had multiple lives. Some people have more than 5,000 lives and they're thinking, I can't get through this one. You got through 5,000 of them and you think you can get through this one as well? I think you have the smarts and the capability of 5,000 lives worth of information. Just because you don't have it on tap, it's there when you need it. And you need to start believing that you are more than just your vessel, and you are more than just this incarnation, and you are more walking on this earth right now than you have been led to believe. And you can find that in serenity, because once we quiet our mind and we sit in silence and we drop down to where our goddess is in our heart space, the goddess says, by relaxing, you'll start hearing that inner voice. You'll start knowing that you are calm. Then there's never anything to worry about. You'll be cool, no matter what. I'm just going to take a minute, sit here, breathe, relax my nervous system, relax myself. And I'm going to allow that room and that time and space for something better to come to mind, for something better to drop into my space, for me to realize, oh yeah, no, I didn't need to react like that. I didn't need to think like that. I didn't need to be like that. Serenity is the most amazing thing you can do for yourself at this time, number twos. For when you feel serene, you are your own person, for nothing and no one can bother or upset or influence you. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful, peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings hope and support to those who come within your aura. You attract respect and love from others, for all are calmed by you. As you become deeply serene, and still you connect to higher powers of the universe for guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing, because it does. Because when I drop down for guidance into my higher self space, I find now that I just feel calm and serene. Like, I don't get worried. Like, I've got to go through so much change. I'm not actually even shook by it. I'm excited by the change because I know that something better is coming for me. I have to go through form filling. I hate form filling. I'll get it done. I'm just timing it right. I'm going to go and get my house moved. Oh, I'll just start packing this month for whenever I move. By the time I get there, I'll be ready. Just need to book a removal service and do the move. It is all about staying calm, seeing the positive in everything, okay? And knowing you can get through anything. I've been through so much in my life, and if I can get through all the things I've got to get through, I know that you, my darling, can do it too. So quietly ask your angel to hold you in serenity, and then just say to yourself, when you breathe in and then let that breath out, just say, I am serene and still, and just focus on being that intention only, nothing else. Don't focus on thoughts, don't focus on emotions, just focus on serenity. Give yourself that peace, you deserve it. See the beauty in it. See the beauty in what's coming, okay? Because it is for you. And it might not feel like it's for you, because it might be the most shocking or total paradigm shift. I mean, this could be something that's going to rock your world. But there's always beauty in everything, everything. And you won't see it at the time, but there is. The outer world is a reflection of your inner, so focus on the beauty within yourself, your good qualities, your kindness, your gifts and talents, because we all have them. Don't forget that. You are a fractal of the divine. God, there's a piece of God in you. So you have God's abilities, God's love, God's calmness, God's creativity. You have it all. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. And that's what I was saying about the negative affirmations a minute ago, wasn't I? I was saying about how if you focus on fear, if you focus on anxiety, if you focus on lack, then all there is are those things, and they just echo in a chamber, and suddenly you're just surrounded with it all the time. Because your power as a creator is where you draw your focus. So if you focus on a positive emotion, it comes to you. If you focus on the positive thoughts, they come to you. If you focus on positive situations, they come to you. Whatever you focus on, you bring into creation. And that is the creator within. God does that. God will focus on something, say, I want to create a planet, and boom. God focuses on it and brings it into being. And it's the same for you. Everyone has some beauty in their soul. They do. I would say a human soul is like stunning. It's a stunning thing. It is. Imagine all the colors of the rainbow and colors you don't know even exist, right? And it's like a diamond, but multifaceted beyond any sparkle that you could envision, and then see all those colors moving together, and that is you. You are the most beautiful thing, stunning beyond measure, treasured and loved by the whole of creation. You have your own angels at your feet. They serve you. They see that beauty within you, and all they want to do is help you. You have spirit guide team who work for you tirelessly to keep you on your path. You have your ancestors who watch over you and keep you safe, and also give you tips when you need it. I mean, my granddad, he's gardening for me. It's great, you know. And we have all these connections, because I don't know if you've seen my video, The One, but I want to tell you that you're connected to every living being that's ever been created. And we are all part of a being called The One. So we're one conscious being, but we are all seas of consciousness within it. It's like a multidimensional thing. And basically, when you want to call the power of the One to you, you can. I nearly blew myself out the bath the other day. I'm not going to tell you about it now, but just to give you an idea of how powerful we are, okay? So, surround yourself with things and people with a beautiful vibration, for we are all influenced by that which is surround us. Indeed, I only like high vibrational energy, positivity, love, laughter, beauty. And I see that in everyone. I see the light within. Find your light, see your light within. Then start turning that lens of light onto other people and find the beauty and see the beauty within them. But try and keep your life as positive and as beautiful for you as you can. It doesn't always work that way. As I said, you're going to go through some sort of shift here. But it's always a beautiful ending to the stories in the chapters. Just think of your life as a book. And we go through the chapters of our life and the seasons. As you tune in more and more to the incredible wonder of yourself, which is an awesome journey, I highly recommend it. Go start playing. Go and have fun with this. That's a good place to start. It's a childlike fun and exploration of the self, because why do we have to be serious all the time? Isn't serious boring all the time? I mean, we have to be serious so much, don't we? Like, we don't allow that inner child within us free enough. So start having fun with finding out about you on a deeper level. Start doing your spiritual exploration into who you are as a soul. Whatever this form this takes, make it a fun journey if you can. Others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it, and they will. And I always say that to people, shine your light bright, my darlings. Shine it as bright as you can. And every person that you touch, leave them with love, a smile, a positive experience of interacting with you. It's like leaving them with a present, leaving them with a gift of you. Be the gift in someone's day when they're having a bad day, just with a smile. That's all you have to do. It will lift that person's day beyond anything that you could ever understand. Because sometimes people are losing faith in humanity, and then you walk past them and you smile kindly at them, and then they suddenly go, oh, and it turns their paradigm around. You see? So start with yourself, get comfortable with it, and then start being the gift to everybody else once you've been a gift to yourself. I give the gift of love. I give the gift of compassion. I give the gift of the inner goddess in me to those I meet. I recognize my beauty and that of others. Now the archangels went really crazy with your cards. They were like, right, now you're thinking, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, imagination. Yeah, they want to tell you. Imagination. They said thoughts are the building bricks of life. For everything begins with a thought, which it does, doesn't it? It's about the thoughts you choose to focus on become your reality. So scan your thoughts. Only pick the ones that are the best for you and for other people, and share them with the world when you're ready to. And add creativity to thoughts, and you have imagination. Yeah. Start exercising your imagination instead of being on an automatic thought selector where you just suddenly pick up on a thought and identify with it straight away, which we can do. We get so unconscious. We're so sort of like unconscious in our daily life. We turn on the automatic switch, don't we? And we're on autopilot. And then we start identifying with any thought that pops in our head rather than being discerning with ourselves and saying, well, I don't want that thought. That's not me. No, don't want that one. Because you can do that, you know. It's not that you own all the thoughts. The brain is an automatic thought generator. It will spill out loads of crap. If you sit in meditation, it will keep talking and talking and talking, even though you don't want it to. People think, oh, you're supposed to quiet the mind. No, the mind will just carry on waffling. But you have to say, well, okay, I just need to sit and let them wash over my head and not identify with them. And then you know that it's not you, because you're not generating them. Your mind is. And it keeps giving you options. Well, you could think this thought if you like. How about this? Do you remember this film we watched? You know this? And it just waffles and waffles. A bit like I am at the minute, sorry. But yeah, so every castle starts as a castle in the air. This image is then grounded by architects and builders. The angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life you want, because you're having a paradigm shift soon. So you're going to need imagination. You're going to need to be creative with how you use this to your best advantage, and know that anything that you think you can bring into being, because you are a creator, just like God. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intention and open doors to help you. The angel wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcome. Be certain that you have the purest intentions, and then image your dreams and start the process of creation. I picture positive outcomes for the highest good, because anything we do in life should be for our highest good and the highest good of all, not just the highest good of self. And we have been in a world that has been programming us to be for the highest good of self, and that is not the true world. It is a lie that has been sold to us for generations, and now is the time to break free from it. And this is giving you the opportunity to do that for yourself and to also do that for others. As I was saying to you about your day, you know, making it not just about you, but giving the gift of a smile to someone else. You know, it does actually have more of an impact than you can realize. So start small and then see where you go with it. Oh my goodness. Creativity! They really want to hammer this home about your creativity. The angels suggest that you explore your creative potential now. Creativity is an energy for adventure and change. It may herald a new idea, inspiration for a book, an artistic vision, or a new project. Let your imagination flow. You do not know how to change the force. You may feel restless and dispirited. So ask the angels to help you to direct your creative energy towards something worthwhile. The angel wisdom reminds you that you are a co-creator with the divine. Use your power with wisdom and joy. Affirmation: I enjoy my creative powers and use them for the highest good. Wow, this is really a message, isn't it? Serenity, beauty, imagination, and creativity at a time of great change. Oh, they want you to open your heart and mind the messages flowing from the universe right now. So I think they want you to start listening a bit more to your inner compass, start listening to them just by quietening your mind and sitting still and at peace with yourself, having the time to meditate. If you can't sit still and you worry about the thoughts going in your mind, sit and focus on breath work. Don't worry about meditating. Don't worry about anything else. Just sit and focus on breathe in, breathe out, breathe. That's it. Just sit and breathe in and do it slowly and intentionally, and then breathe out slowly and intentionally. And within minutes, you will have quietened down and be meditating without even knowing you're doing it. Oh, you might be about to meet your twin flame, I think, number twos. Usually, a major paradigm shift and a rocking of our world happens to get us ready to meet our twin flame for our mission here on Earth. So, you might actually be meeting or working with your twin flame. Sometimes they incarnate, they don't always do it. So don't start going, hey, you my twin flame? Are you my twin flame? Are you? Don't do that. Don't start thinking, goodness, where is this person? Because they might be in the other world, but they're going to start working with you. So it's either going to be a relationship, a romantic one in this life, or they're going to be in touch with you from the other side in your sleep time, or working to guide you on your mission that will be coming from this situation. There you go. And then message from the spirits for you: ask your spirit guide. If you get stuck, if you feel like you're not getting anywhere or you need help, sit quietly, reach out to your spirit guides. I do. And I will ask them. If you don't hear them, because I don't hear mine most of the time, only occasionally, I actually get yourself a crystal pendulum. It's like a cone-shaped crystal on the end of a chain, and rest your arm and then just hold it gently and ask the crystal, find out how to pendulum, but it will help you to speak, and they can say yes or no for guidance. But it's a good way of getting in touch with your spirit guide. But ask your spirit guides if you're stuck, okay? And they will be able to point you in the right direction. And you might start, like, they get in touch with me because I watch a lot of spiritual YouTube and stuff, and spirit is my world every day, all day. So you might find your way. They'll get in touch with you in whatever world you've immersed yourself in. For me, I get my signs, symbols, synchronicities through my daily life. And you won't be able to deny it, because it's not just a coincidence when they start happening all the time. It's a synchronicity, and it's your spirit team laying out the breadcrumbs for you to follow. So when you see them, you have to perk up, you have to pay attention, and you have to see what the message is and where it's pointing you to. Okay, this has been your reading. I love this reading. I don't know if you're going to love whatever happens at first, but don't despair. Whatever this is that's coming, it's for your highest good. And you've got some real magic starting to happen in your life, but you have to see the beauty in it. Have the serenity to keep your mind and your wits about you, the imagination and the creativity to get to where you want to go in life. Love to you, my darlings. I will be back next week with another card reading. Bye.